Hey everybody, what are you guys doing? Hope you guys had an awesome Christmas. I know we did. I swear I probably gained about 10 pounds from the food, but but yeah, hopefully you guys had a fantastic Christmas, and of course if you celebrated, if you're up in Canada, hopefully Boxing Day was fantastic. I've heard of Boxing Day. I'm not that familiar with Boxing Day, but but hopefully you guys enjoyed Boxing Day. So the NHL gets back at it tonight, and the big game coming up, of course, is on New Year's Eve. Now it's interesting; it's not New Year's Day, so we can't really call it the 2025 Winter Classic. But the Winter Classic, of course, is New Year's Eve, with, of course, featuring the Chicago Blackhawks against the St. Louis Blues. And I wanted to talk a little bit about not just Winter Classic jerseys, but like a lot of the specialty game jerseys in the first place. What I don't get is exactly why can't they make two good-looking jerseys? There always seems to be one really good-looking jersey and one just awful. Awful. Like let's take this year's. This absolutely, I mean, when I first saw the picture of this, when this leaked out, I think even before the season started. I saw this jersey and I knew immediately I have to have that. It looked so awesome. With the tomahawks on the sleeves, of course the striping normally that is down on the bottom hem in the middle like this. Of course, the roundel that looks absolutely incredible. The chain stitching. This thing is a thing of beauty. And of course, this actually has the Winter Classic patch. Now, it's a different looking patch than what you'd normally see because of just the way that it's actually all embroidered on. It's a little different type of a patch, but this thing looks good. St. Louis's this year looks awful. I'm not a fan of it. I know that it's a take on, I guess, what was the St. Louis Flyers. It still just looks awful. You've got the vintage white, which is kind of like what you got here. It's this vintage, it's not white, but it's kind of like a vintage white, and it's just got this stripe in the middle. It says St. Louis. Now St. Louis has, what is this, like their third Winter Classic game? They've had some decent. They've had a couple that they just, none of them really, to me, were that great. But I wanted to show, because I was looking through through what I've got back here, and I do have some specialty game jerseys that I thought, they, not the best, but yet not horrible. But this one, I would almost say that this one here was the uglier of the two of the Winter Classic. Now, Minnesota, we've only had one. We've had one Winter Classic. We need another one, because we need a second chance to make an impression. This was the Winter Classic jersey that the Minnesota Wild had. I understand it's supposed to be historic. It's supposed to have the old school type feel, with, of course, the elbow pads sewn in and all that. But this is This is not great. This is not the best, and the one cool thing that I do like about this year's Winter Classic is they actually come with the patches on them. Why couldn't they do these? Why couldn't they do that on these? You're telling me you couldn't put the Winter Classic packs on, because I think the Winter Classic patch was on one of the shoulders. You couldn't do that on these? I mean, come on, But I mean, this was not. I would almost say St. Louis's jersey, which had the logo on the front, was actually the better looking one than this. But I got this one because, hello, I'm in Minnesota. It's Minnesota. It's the Winter Classic. I had to get this. Even though this is not great. This is not a great Winter Classic type jersey. It didn't even look that great on the ice. The game, on the other hand, and the game, the Wild got just smoked. But I will say they packed, 50,000 people into, Target Field. The temperature, the actual air temperature, I swear, it was like -15. It was crazy. People's beers were frozen. It was insane. It's the perfect type of atmosphere for a Winter Classic. The jersey, on the other hand, Minnesota needs another crack at a Winter Classic because they need to do better. They need to have a second chance to make a better looking jersey. This, for Minnesota's Winter Classic against St. Louis, not great. Not great at all. Horrible. Now, a couple of these other ones that I have here. This one was not a Winter Classic. This, I believe, was a Stadium Series jersey. But this one, I didn't mind. I didn't mind this one, and I can't remember for the life of me who they played in the Stadium Series where they did this. Now, this jersey was, I believe, was this the game at the Air Force Academy? I think they were they were supposed to do this jersey, and then I think the pandemic happened, and because they had kind of released this, but they didn't get a chance to use it. Now they still ended up going back to it. Now I like it, even though this is kind of like a color rush type of jersey. At least the logo is very similar to how Edmonton's old alternate was. But I did like this one. A lot of people didn't. A lot of people think this is awful. I don't mind it. I don't mind it at all. I love the flags up in the neckline. That's awesome. The logo's cool. The black and the red. I mean, you can't really go wrong with black and red. Black and red is always a fantastic look. And again, I can't remember for the life of me who they played. Let me know in the comments section. Who did Carolina play when they wore this jersey? Because, excuse me, I think this was probably the better looking one of the two. And then, of course, you have this one, which, of course, we were all clamoring for a Seattle Metropolitan style throwback. And we got this for the Winter Classic that they played against Vegas. This one, definitely the better looking one. The Vegas one, I don't know where they came up with that design, who came up with it. It did not look great. This one looked fantastic. They got into the Metropolitan, they embraced the Seattle Metropolitans. Of course, 1917 there. Of course, they come out with this jersey. They immediately get sued because somebody in the Seattle area actually owns the Metropolitans trademark, the name, the logo, all that. I never did. I have not actually heard what the outcome of that lawsuit was. I don't think we'll ever see this again, probably, or something like this again. But I mean, I love the fact they kind of embraced the idea of the Metropolitans with the red. the red Kraken logo there. I think this looks really, really nice. I do like this one. I do think they probably needed to add a little, and they maybe needed to add an extra stripe there. Maybe even what they could have done here with this one was take this the shoulder yoke here, because I mean the way you kind of did it, you had that. You could have either done that, or actually, I think what would have been awesome on the shoulder yoke is this kind of seafoam green. That would have looked fantastic up here, I think. I think that would have looked really cool. But there always seems to be, of the two jerseys for these games, whether it's a Winter Classic or a Stadium Series, there's always one jersey that is just one that stands out better than all the rest, and then one that is just, you look at it and you're just like, why did you do that? Why that? Why would you do that? Why would you make it look like this? I don't know, but it just, some jerseys look good, some not so good. As a matter of fact, there is one other one that I have. I just remembered I have one out there that I need to go grab that I actually think looks pretty cool too. Here's the other one that I had hanging out in my other closet. This was a Winter Classic jersey from, of course, 2012. You can see it says in the neckline there, NHL Winter Classic, January 2nd, 2012. And of course, there is the Winter Classic patch. This jersey was great. Now, Philadelphia, of course, has done multiple. I mean, they've done a number of specialty jerseys for specialty games. This one, to me, was one of the best. I love this. This actually ended up being a third, I think, for a couple of years. And I wouldn't mind if they went back to something like this. I mean, you have, of course, the logo. The logo is felt, and the crazy thing is, this is a Reebok. It's got the Reebok tag, but it's not the Reebok style cut. This is the CCM style cut, and it went to show that you could do the CCM style cut in Reebok, because I mean you've got, of course, the Made in Canada tag. But let's get a look at look at the material. Look at that. It's the AirNet polyester. It looks fantastic. It's got the little things there under the arms. The cut is the way the jersey should be cut. But this one was fantastic too. And of course, Philly has done a few jerseys with, they also did that color rush style for their specialty game against Pittsburgh, which I was not a fan of either one of those. And it just, I don't know why can't you have two teams that come up with great looking jerseys? I mean, Chicago comes up with this, while St. Louis comes up with this just bland, blah, it says St. Louis across the front. I don't know. I don't know why it's so hard to come up with two good-looking jerseys for an outdoor game. Now, granted, we do have, I believe, one or two Stadium Series games coming up here after the new year. Now, we don't know what any of those jerseys are going to look like yet, but it will be interesting to see what can they do. What will they come up with? Are we only going to get one good-looking? Are we going to get one good-looking jersey and one not so good-looking jersey again? I don't know, but I wanted to talk a little bit about the specialty jerseys. for the games, talk a little bit about, how awesome this jersey looks. Which, by the way, this is a blank. I was able to get this one in a blank, although the customization on this one looks incredible. I've seen one with Connor Bedard on it, and the customization looks fantastic. But I don't know. I don't know why it's so hard to make two good-looking jerseys for a Winter Classic and or a Stadium Series game. It's not that hard to make two good-looking jerseys. Make two good-looking jerseys. Then we can both. Then somebody like me can say, okay, cool. I'll get both of those then. Because a lot of times I look at them and I'm just like, I like the one, but we'll see what some of these other teams who are playing. I believe one of the games is in Columbus, so it'll be interesting to see what the Blue Jackets do. But yeah, I kind of wanted to show a little bit of the specialty jerseys that I have, some of the specialty jerseys that I have, and hopefully the Winter Classic will be a good game. I think these jerseys will look fantastic on the ice. I think Chicago needs to find a way to keep these around, at the very least for a third. I think for a third jersey, this would be an absolute winner. So we'll see what happens. Hopefully you guys had a fantastic Christmas. And, I'm pretty sure, we'll see each other before New Year's, obviously, because we'll have the Power Performance Index on late Saturday night / early Sunday morning. And yeah, so again, hopefully you guys had a fantastic Christmas. Let me know what you guys think about these specialty jerseys. And, why do you guys think that one always has to look good and one always has to look just awful? Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Hit that like button. It would be greatly appreciated. Hit that subscribe button. Also, if you want to share this video or any other video from the channel, go right ahead. As you can hear, my voice is still a little off. But yeah, so hit like and subscribe. Let me know what you guys think about the Winter Classic jerseys and any of the other specialty jerseys. And let me know your guys' opinions on why some look good, some not so much. Hit like and subscribe. I will see you guys later.